Hello there, can anyone hear me?
Hear me. There we go. Now they should be able to hear me. Okay.
Right, that's great.
Yep, so now they can hear us. Perfect. And we're actually on low latency, so you should be able to, if you're watching the stream, not hear too much feedback. So we'll have to monitor how this goes in terms of stream quality and stuff. But I am going to try and do that whole try and do the low latency thing, which should mean that
Should mean that everything works now, so that's cool.
well, and it should mean that there's not as much of a delay, basically. You know what, I like this a little bit bigger. I just need to shrink myself down a little bit. Oh, that's why I wanted to do it. Okay. I like how it overlaps like that.
Good choice.
Properties. Sorry, let's see. 1, 2.
There is quite a screen delay for me,
See,
but I'm sure that can be fixed later on.
Let me do this. I can move my monitors now. Perfect. There we go. That's better. Alright, so sorry about this, guys. I got a new monitor, 2 new monitors. I have a brand new kind of computer setup, so computer's the same, but same crappy computer, but the peripherals are all nice and different. So, and plus, so we have Addy on. So Addy's been in chat a lot, been available. So do you want to be the females or the males?
I can be the female, I guess.
Okay. Let me. So it should be all good. Let me make this just a little bit louder for me. Cool. All right. So just a quick update. How's everything looking, sounding? Can you guys hear Addy pretty well?
They said that they could hear both of us very clearly.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. So that was my setup before, and then this is my new setup. So
It's a change.
basically, the 2 things that I got was the monitor stand, so they're no longer on the actual table, and rather than having 2 janky monitors that are not the same, I got 2 27-inch monitors. So not 4K, so they're only like $100 a piece, but very, very helpful to have much bigger monitors. So it's helpful. It's very, very helpful for my work. I'm juggling multiple things. So okay, so
Big upgrade, I can tell.
yeah, Ari is a bit echoey for me as well. I bet you it's not an echo. I bet you it's like your it could be your, like if you have a fan on in your room, that's getting through the feedback. But
right, I can turn that off.
Okay. Yeah, if you could turn that off. I know it's probably hot. Yeah, we'll see if this is a little bit better, but It's still, they're right. There is still something. Anyways, I didn't really hear this when we tested it, so we'll keep this going. We'll see what happens, but not bad. So you said you'll do the females. Okay, perfect. 3, 2, 1. All right, folks. Petunia's idiot. We are back with Addy. Yep. And he's going to be joining us on this case. I know it's been a while since we've introduced a viewer or a mod or anyone that's been on this, but I would like to kind of get back to this so we can we kind of enjoy talking and party like it's 1699.
Let's go.
Okay. You're up.
Oh god, I can't see. Okay, I know. Ace, I'm super excited about our next mission. Going to a party in real life French chateau. But it is laggy, Ace, I told you. Okay. Antoine Macaron's daughter is supposed to be attending the event. She's our best bet at uncovering more of my brother's whereabouts. This Versailles themed party is super exclusive, but luckily the High Commission speaks with the chateau owner and secured us an invite.
I certainly do know the lovely Marquis d'Azur, Ace. We had a rather steamy affair a couple of years ago. I'm looking forward to seeing her again. Maybe she'll be up for a bit of fun for old time's sake.
High Commission, let's get ourselves to Chateau Convent. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. There's not even a butler.
Oh, I remember exactly where Marguerite's bedroom is. Why don't we go and give her a jolly surprise? Something tells me she is going to be the one that is not alive. Let's see. Well, she does not have a head. That seems like an issue. And I did not. There's a statue. Fate card.
Where's it? Quite disgusting.
Box. But no, this has got to be my Belle Marguerite. Did someone get decapitated her? Where is her beautiful head?
Security decapitation. Gosh, sir, I'm so sorry you had to see your friend like this. Murder, but I'm afraid you're too close to the victim to take part in the investigation. You'll have to leave it to us.
Yeah, I think it's best if I take the day off. Ace, you'll do all you can to bring Marguerite's killer to justice.
What's that? Poor High Commissioner is clearly in shock. Looking for intel on my brother will have to wait while we catch Marguerite d'Anjou's killer. There's a distinct smell of chloroform from the victim's neck. The perp must have gassed her before chopping off her head. For other clues, this RSVP note may tell us the identity of one of the guests at the party. Let's recover the faded name. Whatever's in the jewelry box could be enlightening. I agree, yes. Let's do this.
Yep, let's do this. Let's see which one could potentially get us into the next scene. My guess is this RSVP.
Probably. It could be linked to someone else.
Yeah, I don't think we would really be able to do anything like that. So this is Emma. Capron. Oh, Macron. Macron.
The RSVP note was from E. Macron and it's marked yes. So Eleonora was definitely planning to party in the chateau. Lobster's daughter knows something about the murder. We should ask about it, but remember to stay friendly, Ace.
Alrighty. Yep, so we'll see you guys back in a little bit. I grab some stars. Take care. Au revoir. Alrighty, so let's grab some stars. Yeah, you got a little bit of feedback on your mic. I don't know why that is. I did not hear your feedback before. I wonder why.
I turned up the fan, but that didn't seem to change anything. God. We've met Eleonora already, and she didn't seem as bad as her father, but at the same time, it's kind of meh.
My favorite.
And try and like change the delay somehow, even though I know it's out of my control, but still.
Yeah, well, so see if you can. I mean, it sounds like you're getting your audio through your headphones. Are you able to get it through your computer?
I'll try that.
Yeah, try and switch it through your computer and see if that works better.
No, you weren't able to hear me, so that's unfortunate.
Okay.
It's fine. How much of a delay is it? It's like 10 seconds?
Oh, the delay is about 10 seconds.
If anyone knows what we can do to control that, please type it out in the chat so we can implement it from the next week.
Yeah. Oh, and the question of what's my favorite food, it's really honestly anything that the missus makes. It's a great cook. So, never makes a bad meal, which is great.
I mean, there was a certain recipe that you're really good at, right? There's something that you make it's amazing and the missus loves it as well.
I mean, honestly, anything that's home cooked is better to me than going out to eat. I remember, I need to ask him, but back before quarantine, I had a friend from from India, but I can't remember where in India because he went through. He explained to me how like 10 miles away, the food can completely change. So wherever he was from, he he had his mom come out here to the States, and she was making food, and he would let me try it. It was phenomenal, so good, so good.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it so much. Actually, there was.
Amazing.
I can figure. Actually, I'm trying to think. There was a. What's it called? There was a snack
Yeah,
that was. I forget what that snack was.
Was it pani puri? Was it samosa? Or something else?
I'm trying to think. It was a. It was. It almost was like a little bit of. It was almost like chips, like spicy chips, but it was almost like rice spicy chips. I don't know if that explains it very well.
This is definitely from the aloo rice, which is potato rice and spicy and the chili. Not necessarily a snack.
I forget what it was.
Joe's asking if you're going to try the hour bonus.
Yeah. So I probably need to refresh and see if I can get a happy hour bonus to see at least what that happy hour bonus is. We'll see.
So what was your friend like? Were you lost in touch after your I think the crown was on the top.
Which reminds me, let's F5 this and see if I get a happy hour bonus.
So everyone's asking what their favorite characters are so far in the new season.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a new one. It's hard to beat last season. I enjoyed Supernatural Investigations so much.
So and it wasn't even just like, okay, it was a large part of it was about the characters, what they played out in the story, like Hope, Luke, Gwen, was unreal.
Yeah, there was so much development in only 30 cases. I think it was probably the best 30 case that they had done, because it's hard to get. Again, I said this about all the previous ones. Is in 30 cases, it's hard to really care about the characters. But they managed to do it in Supernatural Investigation without killing that many people off. They made us care about them, which was cool.
There was no one killed off, and nobody was really a traitor either, except
Yeah.
that part when we thought Hope was a traitor. Obviously, in the case.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't use a trope in terms of like really having someone betray us, which was nice. I was expecting someone to betray us, but it was nice that they didn't actually do that.
Technically, Jacob.
Yeah, no happy hour bonus, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually.
Some people were arguing about how there should have been a better ending for last season, because it just kind of were too easily defeated the demons. So we're thinking, oh, we should have done it a different way. It's like, what?
Yeah, and I feel like to that point, again, I think it mattered. It depends on how. I mean, a lot of them did that. I mean, what's it called? Conspiracy did that as well. I mean, when it came down to the final like case, they wrapped it all up in the final case. Um, Now, could they have done more in terms of like that final battle and making it really cool? Sure, but this is a point and click game. I'm not. They probably don't. Their expertise isn't in animating and making things, really, um,
Uh,
really like that.
Definitely a factor that comes into play. It's like, okay, you mentioned the conspiracy. It's like a lot of things led up to like Dennis's death and Frida sacrificing herself. So it's like you can give them some credit.
Supernatural hunters, travel in time. Yeah, I can see like travel in time's ending a little better. I mean, obviously, again, there was more of an ending, um, but I mean, more with kind of with anything, it's always hard for them to actually probably just end a um, end a story that they've been working on for a year. That's the crazy thing too, is a lot of these cases, if they're 30 cases and they release them every 2 weeks, that means it's 60 weeks. So it means that every one of these cases goes on for a little bit more than a year. And for me, for this to be a year-long like endeavor for them, it's got to be hard to, with a story arc like that, to be able to close it out.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know how during Travel in Time they actually sequenced all of the events together, like Nebet's betrayal and everything. It was like all over the place, I feel like. So I don't know how they managed to like compile it into one thing. That was cool.
Yeah, and I remember this has been a long time because obviously it was back in season 1. But I remember I was talking. They had one of their storytellers, one of Pretty Simple storytellers was I connected with her and we were talking about some stuff, and she was one of the ones that included me in as Trevor Finn in the second one, and then using my likeness for Jack Archer. Um, but she was just stating how how difficult it sometimes is to write for these like story arcs. But the interesting thing is she actually moved on after season 3, basically, and she moved on to Choices, which is another mobile game.
Oh,
So I don't know don't know what she's doing now though. I should reach out to her again because I think Choices was actually a really fun game too. So, um,
yeah,
I mean,
Choices was played on this channel before.
yep, because I know Kian was able to do that. I think when I was on my hiatus, when I was on paternity leave.
That's quite the. I mean, that's a relatable excuse. Like you're on paternity leave, you can't do anything else.
Yeah. Well, I will always be thankful for Kian for that because I was I was pretty much gonna give up YouTube at that time, and he had convinced me at the time to move to continue to do this, and helps.
I suppose responsibilities were starting to like crowd into you, and
Yeah,
it felt like all over at once, too much, and Kian persuaded you out of it. So that's great.
yeah. I mean, because he got it to the point where it kind of is now where I spend like 2 or 3 hours on the game a week, which is really nothing. And then I don't think Bonnie's here, but Bonnie's been very helpful as well from the editing some of the videos, and making it look nice.
No, Bonnie's not here. In terms of mods, there's only Goat and Joe, I think.
you've always been a staple in the conversations and that being a mod and all that stuff. And it's always fun to have the people that are on, consistently.
And that was the case with so many who have appeared in the past. So it's quite cool, actually. Sharing conversations, I mean, for you with your viewers, like it must be quite intriguing, like getting to know them, talking about whatnot. Who cares? You're talking, communicating, so that's great.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate you hopping on because it's fun. It's fun for me, but I'm sure it's also fun for other viewers to see, put a face to the name. Because I'll bet you anything. Because I wouldn't really encourage a lot of people to share pictures of themselves or showcase who they are until they feel, comfortable in that situation. But, I know there's a lot of mods that probably haven't seen you, haven't talked with you like this. It's all been through written word. And so it's always, fun and different to do that.
Definitely, like different opportunities that come across towards you, and it's like so great sometimes. You just grasp the opportunity and then roll with it, and it turns out to be a huge success. So.
Yeah.
I suck at those different systems. I cannot for the life of me do this one.
I can't either. It's the differences ones is still by far my least favorite. When they switched it like 2 seasons ago to not to be on different sides and like not just on one side, I still dislike that. And they make it to where if you click somewhere wrong, it resets. I do not like that change. I still don't like that change.
For some, it's quite convenient because they like it better that way. But
Yeah.
it's for arguments. I don't understand their reasoning. It was easier back when it was like that before.
Playdate is very popular now. Is that another game? This could be my guess.
PE? I have no idea what that is, but okay.
My guess is that's something like Choices. Be my guess.
I don't think that because I know what Roblox is. Basically, like, Minecraft, I think it's like that.
What?
I have no idea what it is. It's only a game, or is it a TV show or something else as well?
Huh. That can't be it. Honestly, at some point, I'm also I've been in the game for a very long time, so I'm starting to get to be that old person. So, like TikTok, Snapchat, never been on any of those. Never found any reason to be on any of those. So, things and people that are popular on those platforms, I'm out of the loop.
I'm kind of the same. I have the same reasons as you because I'm not that old, but I'm not that tech-savvy either, and not that into Twitter or Snapchat, Facebook, etc. It just doesn't attract me. So.
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, so you're right. It's pretty much the same case with me.
It's probably there. Yeah.
So what news in terms of the babies? Like how they're growing up? Because I haven't seen the junior ones at ages.
Yeah. So are you on a computer or a laptop?
I am on a laptop.
Okay. Laptop should have its own mic system.
Maybe I've disabled it. I could check that, but let's see.
See if you can check before we start again. And if you're not on a Mac and you're on a regular just laptop, right click on the thing in the bottom right hand corner with the volume stuff, and then click on open sound settings and see if you can adjust that.
I'll try that.
Okay. And you can go dark for a little bit to try and get that there, because there is definitely some feedback, and it's a little bit harder for me to hear. So he will be back. And my social medias are Twitter, Instagram, like barely, and YouTube and Discord, obviously. Is that not a beer? Oh, that's not a beer. Answered my own question. Very lovely scene. Yeah, you're right. I should try to refresh for the happy hour. Still no happy hour. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Cool. So it only costs it. So I save 5 energy every single time. I'm okay with that. I like 6x, but I'll take 5 energy off every single one. That saves me pretty good. And if I can actually get lucky, get something to pop up my 5 energy back, it means these could potentially only be 10 energy for each one, so that's great. Cuss, oysters. Oh man, oysters would be great to have. I haven't had those in forever. Oh, there's the hands. Okay. Well, the good news is there's no feedback. Bad news is I can't hear you. Yeah, but you may have to do though, because I had to do this when I reset mine. Is go into Discord itself and make sure Discord is populating the right one. Like I had my computer doing it correctly, but I didn't have Discord doing it correctly. So in Discord, if you click on the mic and the mic in our chat, there's a little button right here. If you click on that, it'll pop up basically all of your stuff. I obviously have to full screen it in order for me to see all of the options because I have multiple connections right now. So. Okay, now I hear you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, and there seems to be no feedback anymore.
And there, I think, is some feedback as well.
That's fine. I mean, the delay can't be helped, but at least it's better now.
Yeah, I think this is better though. We'll ask the people in the chat, but I'm pretty sure this is less-ish feedback. And you also sound clearer.
That's lucky.
I got caught up on the stockings.
Where are the stockings? I thought they were on the bottom left. That's
It's weird. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Joe. Sometimes I don't hear any feedback, and sometimes I do. So it is kind of weird how that you would think it would happen every time.
you would, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah. Let's see, where's the gift? There we go.
Mask, poker chips, camera. I think I saw the camera on the bottom right.
Yep. Elephant. That's there. Marijuana leaf. Lymph. Face. Here.
Butterfly, flasks, rainbow beer watch.
Squirrel. Oh, there's the squirrel.
The vase. Which one? Oh, and Oliver just posted a name for me. If I would ever be in a criminal case, then I would be Aaron D.
Oh.
But that's, I mean, Aaron is Bonnie. No, I shouldn't say that maybe, but okay, fine. Cocktail, no, another cocktail.
Where's the stocking? Ah, it's up there. That's why I see it. Okay. At this point, I think I
Where was it? I'm behind.
It's on the upper left-hand corner, on one of the curtains.
Oh my god, it's all the way there.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get those fringe on the sides. Looking for that.
It's next to the heart.
Yep. Yes, Joe. Before I forget, let's pick you as a partner so you can get some energy. Almost level 700, Joe. I don't even know what level I'm at.
I think you're higher than that.
I might be.
Because I remember I was watching a conspiracy case or something, and you were at 550 or 570. Like 3 seasons have gone by, so it must be higher.
Yeah.
Roller coaster, sunscreen. Yeah, but I think now you know everything else, so that's good.
So how's quarantine for you, Addie?
I mean, it could be worse, but at the same time, I might be underestimating the situation. I have been in quarantine since March, and so things are quite bad in this country. There's around 35,000 cases in retail, and a lot of deaths. Although the death count is decreasing, but it shouldn't drop much. But yeah, I have set at home and with my family, and we're doing online classes.
I wonder if every time you play with your hair, if that's why it gets feedback.
You know what? I'll stop doing that.
Like every time you're like moving this stuff, I wonder if that's partly why there's some feedback is because you're moving either the mic or your ears, your earplugs.
And that makes it so sensitive. Really, there should be a way to change that.
Yeah, because it looks to me like your mic's probably still coming through your headset. So I'm wondering if you can get it to go through your computer. Because your computer will have a static thing, and you won't be, moving it or having different things happen.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, I've tried some voice chats or even video calls before, and with the microphone, I mean, with the earphones that I'm using, it's not been like this all the time, but sometimes. And
Yeah.
I've never actually tried it without them, so I might do that later on.
Yeah. See if you can try and do that, and we can test it because I'm almost positive that's the problem. Because I want to say I can't remember who was on the case like a while ago. It might have been like Jonathan way back in the day, but he had the same issue where he was trying to do like the headset and like the mic, and he had to finally just like kill that and just come straight from his computer. And when he did, we had like it was like no feedback. And the reason I'm also thinking about that is because when we tested this, I didn't get any feedback whatsoever. And I'm wondering if you had I don't think you had your headphones in at that point. So can you unplug your headphones?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Unplug your headphones and then try. And you know what we could do? Say that again. Because what we could do, if you can hear, is you can kill Discord. Just kill it, pull it back up, and see if it works. Like see if it syncs without the stuff.
I'm just gonna leave and rejoin real quick. That's what you're saying, right? Because
Yep.
I ditch the Discord call and then I come back.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. Can you hear me better now? Has anything changed?
Oh my gosh. Yes, so far. Oh, no, I'm hearing some feedback, but it was a little bit better. It sounded a little better.
Okay, we'll see how it goes and later on.
Yeah, no, I think this is better. There's still some weird feedback, man. I don't know why. I wonder if it's Discord. I wonder if we can try something else.
Oh, it might be Discord actually. I don't know why.
I just don't know what else we have for where we could get on to. Maybe I'll try Google Hangout. Maybe we can see what that one looks like.
Well, I know many options because we've tried everything. So there's Zoom, there's an app called WebEx, there's Skype, there's Google Meet, there's Google Hangouts, so we have resources.
It's very hard to hear you from my side just because of the feedback. Because the feedback's so loud that I have to turn down my volume a little bit so I can't really hear you. So once I get this, we'll see if I can get you onto another platform that maybe the feedback isn't as great.
Okay, now is it better?
Okay, let's see. A little bit better. Here we go. Now you can keep talking and we'll see.
Alright, we'll see.
Yeah. I had you lower voice because when you're super loud, my kid I think woke up at 5 a.m. Not good.
I don't want that to happen.
No.
Kid needs his sleep.
We all need him to get his sleep.
Is this the last star? I'm not sure which one is it.
It's the last star, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, see, your audio still has to be coming through your headset. It has to be, because every time you move that, you hear feedback. It's not coming from your computer.
That sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna experiment stuff right now. Just tell me when we get back to not chapter 2, I mean chapter 1 after the
Yeah.
start collecting.
And again, on Discord, use this thing right here, and make sure that it's the default input and output. Like this is obviously going to be different headset mics and all that stuff.
So for the default ones, what should I mean, I should use the default ones, right?
Unless you've made it so that your headset or your earplugs are the default. So play around with that a little bit, and there should be 2 microphones. There should be your computer microphone, which for the most part usually says something like Realtek, some type of Realtek, usually, at least that's what mine say. So play around with that and see if you can figure out which one that would be.
Sure.
Yeah, because let me look at speaker setup. Because if I go here, I can go choose your input device, and these are all my input devices. This is like my computer one, which sucks. Obviously, oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
This microphone, I need to do that. That should be the right one. Yep. So I mean, I overrode Discord because Discord defaulted with this one. So whatever it is, and you can test your microphone right here just to make sure that it's working. But all you have to do is just go into settings and into sound.
Okay, so I changed some stuff. How is it now?
For now, good. I've said that.
Really.
I've said that every time, but at least right now, I'm not getting any feedback. Oh, there's feedback. I knew it. I knew I'd say something and there'd be feedback.
It's positive or negative feedback. Which one is it?
Yeah. It's probably a little bit better.
And maybe I should just try not to move around as much. That's what's causing the issue.
Could be. I know it's hard. I know it is hard when you haven't done this as much.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I mean, I've done like so many online classes recently. I mean, it's not necessarily with the video, but I know how to like, unless someone's staring at you. So.
Yeah. So close.
Oh, so close. Okay, I just found out something that allows the speakers to receive it and not the microphone.
Gotcha.
Does that change anything at all?
So far, yes.
Okay, so now I'm trying to experiment and move around a lot to see if you pick up the sounds or not.
Okay. Bad feedback there. Yeah, you can definitely hear some feedback. How is it in chat? Is chat getting a lot of feedback? Because it could just be me. It could just be on my end because I'm having to turn up the volume.
I mean, they were saying at the start of the stream, they were saying that was a bit echoey, but that's not the same as like getting feedback all the time. So.
Yeah. If chat's not getting feedback, we can work around that because I can just make you quieter and then just go through the case. So let me see. Let's see what chat says. How is Addie's audio, guys?
All right, chapter 1.
Actually, what I could do, let me see if I can do this too. I'm gonna throw this on to my throw this onto all right. So now I'm hearing. Yeah, I know there's this is worse. Yeah, that's worse. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. That was a lot of feedback in my headset, so sometimes there's okay. So if they're saying it's fine, then it's fine. We'll just move on, and I'll just lower the volume a little bit for you, for myself, basically, so that I'm not hearing as much feedback. But let's start with chapter 2. So, or finish off chapter 1. Alright folks, Fishing Ace 88, we are back. Let's continue on. We've got 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4, 3, 9, 4, 3. Yep. 4, 9, 1, 3, 9. Boom. I don't know how you could get that done any quicker, and yet I'm only going to get 8 energy.
The engraving on this locket from the jewelry box says "For Marguerite" on it. And it includes a photo of this mystery man. That's from his face throughout these databases.
Yeah, so let's take a look at that.
So there's a locket with someone's face on it. Oh, it actually kind of looks like you.
Oh.
Blue eyes. Louis Donjou. Ace, the man in the locket is Louis Donjou, our victim's son. Weird that he engraved his mom's name. Must be an aristocratic thing. We'd better find the poor guy and pass on the bad news. His mom. So sad. It is scary. I didn't know you were coming to the garden project video. You guys could make more of an effort with your Backseat themed outfits, so just look at me. You really do look amazing, Eleanor, but I'm afraid we are here on business, not pleasure. Don't know if you've heard, but the Chateau's owner was just found murdered. What? But I literally just saw Marguerite swarming around the party. She's dead. This brings back memories of what happened to some of my dad's business partners. Oh god, I remember that. So you didn't see or hear anything related to the murder? Nah, I was too busy having fun. Well, I'm afraid the garden party is going to be cut short while we investigate the murder. And if you see that Mrs. Donjou is there, then Secret Agent Ace and I had better take a look around close.
And Goat, I'm pretty sure I know who the father is too, now that you mentioned that. I guarantee you it's probably the superintendent chief. But, Mother Dearest, are you there? Our guests are wondering where you've got to.
Monsieur D'Anjou, I'm deeply sorry to inform you that your mother has been murdered. She was found beheaded here just moments ago.
My maman has been beheaded? Mon Dieu, this is like the French Revolution all over again. Wait, so this makes me the last living descendant of the great D'Anjou dynasty. I shall carry this heavy burden with pride.
You don't seem that upset about your mother being dead, Monsieur D'Anjou.
Well, like all nobles, I've been taught to keep a stiff upper lip through even the most tragic of moments, but I assure you that my heart bleeds inside.
This reminds me of Count Rupert. No, someone else said stiff upper lip. I don't know who it was.
No, there's no real lag. I mean, there's lag in the sense that Addy's watching the stream, so there's a little bit of lag on the stream. I got to get better at at getting it, proper.
But how do you fix like stream delay anyway? I have no idea how that works. I mean, sometimes when who was the guest before? It didn't seem to
Yep. So I can go to ultra low latency. I wanted to test the mid tier this time before I go to ultra low latency because I didn't want the stream to drop with this. So.
I mean, that's fine. That's understandable. Like, it's all experimenting in the end to find out what's best for you. Anyway, wow, Ace, this party looks like it was real fancy. Almost as fancy as this diplomatic passport. Figuring out the passport's owner might give us a lead. And this posh desert is also called a croquembouche. Hugo was telling me about it the other day. If you think something's hiding within its balls of sweetness, we should pick through it.
And it's really not just laggy. It's just Addy's saying what he's reading different. Republic of Mazunda. Interesting.
Wait, Republic of Missouri? This is a reference because we've been in Mazunda and World Edition before.
Yep.
Anyway, looks like we have royalty in our midst because this passport belongs to Crown Prince Amadou of Mazunda. Mazunda's that country in Africa, right? We should find out how Prince Amadou ended up so far from Nice. Probably took a flight, I don't know. Our chief in World Edition was also, she had a bank statement from Mazunda, literally. And we were like all suspicious of her during the whole case, so yeah, that's all I know. This handkerchief that was hiding in the croquembouche smells distinctly of chloroform, Ace. It must be what the killer used to make the victim unconscious before beheading. Let's get the killer's stinky rag to any sort of analysis. Stinky rag.
Oh, crap. Double clicked.
Excuse me, Your Royal Highness.
Man, I'm so pumped my dad let me come to Paris on my own. There's so many hot chicks everywhere. Marguerite's murder kind of put a damper on things, though.
Wow, you just said that directly to Carrie, just like that. Do you know Marguerite well?
Yeah, she's an old friend of my dad, the King of Mazunda. She invited me to chill with her in her chateau. I hope I don't have to go back home now that she's dead. Is it true that Marguerite's head is missing? That's so sick.
How can you just say it like that? People. Your Highness, the most important thing here is that we apprehend Mrs. Donjou's murderer before they strike again. So please stay on the premises in case we have any further questions.
Hey, Carrie, do you find tennis sexy?
I'm 5 seconds behind, but I can only think of the answer to that. Well, I've always had a thing for men in tight shorts. But that's not a topic to discuss at work. Could we focus on the killer's handkerchief instead, Enzo?
Oh, this is me talking. I thought it was supposed to be. Therefore, making your killer a tennis player just like me. Carrie, let me know if you ever want to see me in my little shorts.
Oh, I can't imagine them getting up together. I'll be sure to, but for now, Ace and I will be concentrating on winning game, set, and match against our tennis playing killer. Tennis player, interesting. I used to play tennis like years ago, but now I kind of stopped. It's not only because of the quarantine, like I just lost interest.
I haven't played tennis in a long, long time. I was a kid when I played it last.
Ace, have you seen the High Commissioner recently? I texted him to say he could console himself within my ample blossoms, but no reply. He's probably at home. He was taking the day off after we came across his friend's decapitated body. Yeah, now you have some respect. The poor guy was really cut up about Marguerite Donjou's murder. Beheadings are horrifying, even when you don't know the victim. Yes, although I must say I enjoyed the challenge posed by autopsying a headless corpse. The weapon used to decapitate her was quite sharp. 3 hacks and a boom off to their head. And Carrie, you were correct in suspecting that the killer used chloroform to knock out the victim before beheading her, because I noticed traces of the chemical on her neck. Good to know I can rely on my sense of smell. Yes, but you clearly don't have a French nose yet, because otherwise you also have gotten a whiff of another substance on the body, champagne. The notes of honeysuckle and orange blossom identified as poppet champagne coming from the victim's very own vineyards. Since I found traces on her neck and shoulders where the killer would have had to hold her by hacking her head off, we can conclude that they partake in this particular brand of bugging. Well, our killer definitely won't be getting a poppet champagne reception to welcome them to prisoners. Who here drinks champagne? Do you, Liz?
And then obviously it's the end of the case wrap up. And then
Oh God, what's that about? We still have far to go. Okay, it's just stuck there for me. It's not moving at all. I don't know. And she said, "Oh, Ace, did you hear that scream? Sounds like someone's in trouble."
Yep. We'll head on to chapter 2 after I collect some stars. See you guys in a little bit. Pitching is 8. What?
And under the
And you do a really good job of pronouncing the French words.
Yeah, I've studied the language like
I'm still so bad at that.
8 years, 7, 8 years. It's definitely like quite easy for me. How many stars do we need? Is it like 9 or 8? Sounds good. Swan, food cart, hot tub, saxophone. Yeah, they're all easy to get now.
Yep, correct, Otter. Only nine more stars. Actually, I think we might only need 8 more stars now.
Cool. Now, actually, there's one thing that I wanted to put by you. I opened my phone and I started the stream from there. So it's actually ahead.
Oh, is
So
it?
I can probably do the dialogues better.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, the go sign just got torn apart. And now you're starting to search. You just clicked on the camera.
Yeah, I'm at 15 seconds right when I said that.
Okay, so on the phone, it's definitely much easier.
Oh.
So now it's showing me you just click to play, and then you're in the police car, heading to garden party. Click anywhere to begin. Ready, go. Yeah, so I'm actually not that far behind now. That's fine. Okay, so for this next hunt, like when you get all the objects, just tell me when you finish.
Okay.
When you just finish, you get all of them, so I can understand where I'm at.
Okay.
And start counting the seconds.
Will do. I was just quickly checking my work schedule today to see.
Lots of work coming up, I suppose. And it's a Thursday, so how busy are you on Thursday?
Pretty busy. Pretty busy. Used to have 5 a.m. deployments, and then I'd end the day at 8 p.m. That was a long day. We don't do that anymore. 5 a.m. day yesterday. And I got off at 3, so that was like a 10-hour day, I guess.
Damn.
Today, I think my meetings would end at around 3 o'clock, and I start at 7 a.m. So that's like a nice 8-hour day, like 9-hour day. I mean, I usually go till 4, check my emails and respond and do other stuff, but I 3.
Coins. 2 coins. Not the star. What is that pet anyway? Is that a monkey or what?
Don't misclick anywhere. Don't misclick and we will get a star. Yes. Cool. Family's doing well. I mean, the little one's up right now, just talking in his room, so that's not great. But let's see what else we can do. This.
Talking in his room, talking to himself, like just
Talk. Oh yeah.
about like
Just having a grand old time.
I mean, they're kids. What can you expect of them?
Yep.
Easy on the emojis about chat. Where it's what differences. Okay, so that blue statue. Yeah, there's a barrel over there.
Yeah. I have you kind of quiet because just because of the feedback that's coming through. But if chat's not hearing the feedback, then that's great. That means it's only on my side. Yeah, tired.
the
What am I missing? Nothing's shaking for me. Oh, the bread. Gosh darn it. Well, that's cool, Joe. Just make sure you're staying safe. Great, brand new.
Oh, Joe, best of luck. I hope it's very great for you.
Oh my gosh, the big old deer head. Missed that. Differences. I could live without differences.
Everyone relates. Although I don't know, some people actually seem to like this one. Okay, so that's the dustpan and the bread. That's the mixer.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just missing one. There we go. feedback noise. Oh. I wonder if that's me. Oh, I actually got the stars. Huh. Did not think I would be able to do that. It's interesting. Cool. So I think we have enough to start chapter 2. Yep. Alright. Alright, folks, Paching 88, we are back. Playing Colonel Case on Facebook. Carrie's going to talk about this stuff, and there was an Sounds like, let's go help them. Yep.
I heard it in the screamings, and I'm pretty sure it came from this kitchen.
Whoa.
Mon Dieu. Un mangine brioche. Madame, are you okay? Human head in sack. Oh God. Oh God, the poor woman's fainted. And she's right, I see a head poking out of that sack. It's got to be our victim's head. I'll let you pick it up while I try to revive this lady. And since the killer was here, you should look around the kitchen for more clues too. I couldn't imagine.
Yep. My guess is there probably aren't that many heads in the sack. Just lying around.
You're probably right. Although we don't know unless we see the evidence for ourselves. We know it's completely perfect. It could be a single person completely making it. Good news is I managed to revive the woman who fainted. Her name's Amojin Brioche, and she's the head chef at the castle. We'll need to question her when she's fully recovered. Let's hope we have strong stomachs and Amojin when we fish the head out of this sack of vegetables. And this broken metal looks like a badge of sorts. Fixing it up will be useful, so let's do it. What's she holding in her left hand?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
I love how they hold it.
Damn. Yikes, the victim's head was in the sack. Alright, Ace. God, it's gross. Let's get it to Nadia before I throw up.
Sounds accurate.
Unreal, and Carrie's just holding it like, here's your prize.
Oh.
See, Duchat. Oh my God. He's from Conspiracy.
Oh, that's right.
He's that, he's a butler. He was in Christian mansion.
That's right. That's right.
This is sommelier badge, which means its owner, C. du Chateau, is a wine expert. Find out if Mr. du Chateau can tell us anything about the murder.
That's right. That's right. Cedric is back.
Okay, Amandine Brioche. Miss Brioche, are you feeling week, the half a bottle of Pompet I just down has done wonders for my nerves. Officers, I've seen all manner of weird things in my culinary career. Cow brains, pig trotters, fish eyeballs. But a human head takes the cake. Do you have any ideas how it got into your sack? Not at all. Must have just been in my own world, stirring my pots when the killer came and unceremoniously dumped my poor mistress's head in among my vegetables. Just thinking of it makes me nauseous. I think I'd better go outside and get some fresh air before I pass out again.
It's probably the accurate reaction you should be having when you see a severed head.
Although I would think that she'd be like unconscious for longer, but maybe not. Mr. Duchateau, I believe this is your badge. Do you work at the chateau?
Merci. I was wondering where this other thing had gone. I used to work in the USA. But I had to return to the motherland. I couldn't bear another second of explaining the difference between a Bordeaux and a Bourgogne. Yes.
Going.
Yes, there you go. To American ignoramuses. Also, Madame d'Anjou is a très generous employer. She lets me drink Pompet champagne to my heart's content and gives me an hour off every Wednesday to play tennis.
To play tennis.
That's probably a clue.
Most definitely. Sir, haven't you heard that your boss has been murdered?
The Lord, no. I've been down in the wine cellar all afternoon. I should have had you play him.
Kiddo. Oh, okay, fine, I'll do this.
Yeah.
I mean, Kiddo, she's not the first of my mistresses to be killed. I must be cussed.
Harkening back to before.
Okay, for this exchange, I can do Cedric and you can do Kiddo.
Yeah.
Ace, I can see why the High Commission had a romantic liaison with your victim. Her features are remarkably symmetrical. Will she ever stop? I swear to God. Apart from the beauty of her severed head, is there anything else you notice? Is that a hint of sarcasm I note in your voice, Harry? We Parisians must be rubbing off on you after all. To answer your question, I discovered a pink powder nestled within Madame d'Anjou's luscious locks. Further testing of the powder revealed it to be crushed morsels of sexy beast and aphrodisiac will. That's quite the pill. Of course, I'm in no need of such enhancers to get my loins fired up, but your killer obviously is, and must have deposited some of the victim while disposing of her head. So our killer takes aphrodisiac pills, Ace. Arresting them won't help their mojo, that's for sure. Now, why don't we go have our own fun between the sheets by checking for more clues in the victim's bedroom? Jeez. I've commented about this before, like in the previous case. Keep the first one, like Nadia's always been like this, but Carrie is turning into her as well. So.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, that's gotta be a clue down there. There's gotta be a clue.
Seriously, that's even for a game like this, that's a bit obvious. Like, the clues are all over the place, easy to find.
Huh. Beheading comic.
Ace, this is a drawing of someone holding up a decapitated head. Knowing how our victim died makes this comic highly incriminating. We need to take a sample of that brown powder left. And this must be our victim's diary. Her initials are on it. Let's crack that lock.
Posh and sexy.
Oh, okay. You know, it's really hard with the delay. I would have gotten that otherwise. Ace, we normally send diaries to the High Commissioner to profile, but he's too close to our victim. Let's see if the chief can help sift through Marguerite Donjou's deepest secrets instead. Where does she have that?
Alright.
Oh my god, what's in that part?
Oh my gosh, you're taking forever. Remember when this used to take like 2 seconds?
Let's take a closer look at these brown particles from the beheading drawing Ace. I mean, those brown particles look like hair, but I'm not sure. Hey Chief, how's your dad doing?
Not so well. He may claim that he and Marguerite Diageo had a fleeting romance dalliance, but I know that she and my mother are the only 2 women he's ever loved.
This makes it more important than ever to find out who murdered Mrs. Donjou. Did her diary card offer up any leads?
Well, most of Marguerite's journal contained run-of-the-mill details such as the time of her next hair appointment or how her favorite horse fared at the last race, but one recent diary made it clear that she was furious with none other than her own son. She wrote, Louis is a good-for-nothing of the highest proportion. What did I do to deserve such an ungrateful progeny?
You're right, Chief. Our victim certainly didn't seem happy with his son. Ace, we'd better ask him why.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time we figured out that the High Commissioner is that guy's dad. I don't think we knew that beforehand.
Like when we were introduced with all the teammates, he introduced himself as his dad. Okay, on closer inspection, that does not look like hair. That's something else. Maybe it's like a fabric or something.
Hmm.
Oh, it's coffee. Okay. This brown powder from the sketch was Mazundan coffee grains, Ace. We know of one other Mazundan national hanging out at the chateau, you're right. Prince Amadou had better have a good explanation for this violent picture. What could that be about? Maybe his like culture is back in Mazunda.
Yeah.
Okay, the sun. Monsieur Donjou, we found your mom's diary, and according to her, you were ungrateful and a good for nothing. What was that all about?
Oh, how shameful to air my family's dirty laundry in such a public way. The truth is, we Diageurs may look wealthy living in this magnificent chateau, but we're actually dirt poor. I'd known about our paltry coffers for a while, but I just couldn't stop living the life of a playboy aristocrat. So there I was, guzzling Pompeii champagne and popping sexy beast pills like there was no tomorrow, putting the family even more into debt. Caused huge arguments between my dearest Maman and I, so much that she finally decided to completely cut my allowance until I learned to control myself. This garden party was supposed to be my last hurrah.
Okay, so he's a spoiled child. That makes sense. But since she's dead, there's nothing stopping you from accessing the funds anymore, is there?
Indeed, however, I now owe it to my mother's legacy to stop our family from going under. I am a changed man, Secret Agent Ace.
that you are not, but still.
Sure. I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, he has two of the culprit traits, not all three, so maybe not.
Yeah. Secret Agent Ace, I heard you found Marguerite's head in a sack of vegetables. Can I see it?
Why would you want to see? Oh yeah, he's kind of decapitating anyway. Prince Amadou, it's clear that you have an unhealthy interest in beheadings. Care to explain the sketch?
Well, yeah, isn't it cool? I love drawing comics. The more violent, the better. I knew that the French used to be into chopping people's heads off, so I thought I'd give this masterpiece of mine to Marguerite as a thank you present for letting me stay with her. But the lady kind of got mad when she saw it, saying something about half her family having lost their heads during the French Revolution. Luckily, my homeboy Louis took me to play tennis while his mom stopped being all hysterical and stuff. Too soon?
Yeah. Well, Prince Amadou, let's hope we don't find out that you like to act out beheadings in addition to drawing them.
Alright. Yeah. Now she's just gonna go through this stuff. Oh, great. You live in a fancy chateau off the Boulevard Saint Michel. Your love list goes on and on, Marguerite. Yeah, she does.
He's drunk. Wow. Okay.
Are you drunk? It's like, that's a question. Hilarious.
Hi, Commissioner. Are you drunk?
Yes. The answer to that question is yes. So I'll see you guys back here when we get to chapter 3. As you can see, over now. Alright, let's do this. Let's grab some stars real quick. Mask. Where's the mask? Oh, there it is, bottom left. I should always check corners. If I can't find something right away, I should always check corners.
Yeah, it was over there. So how many stars do we need? 4. It's only the chateau kitchen.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for Cedric to come back and say his piece. Because I'll get to like astonish you with my French skills again.
We are already able to say all the names a lot better than I am. So do you know French, or are you just well versed in it?
Yes, I've done the language for 6 years.
Okay. Do you know any other languages?
Which is my
Wow. That's cool. I only know English, unfortunately.
I mean, that could change. I know people say that it's better to learn at a younger age, but if you are looking for languages, I would definitely say Spanish or French would be great.
Yeah. I know minimal Spanish. I can understand most Spanish, but I don't speak it very well.
Chat, what languages do you know? Goat, Job, if you're still here. Otter, Nico, Ruby. Reina. So who are you putting on your bets on? Who is the one who decapitated?
Hold on, your feedback's getting really bad for me right now. Couldn't hear the question.
Who decapitated her? Is it better now?
A little bit. Oh. Wait. It's better. What was the question?
Oh, I was saying that who do you think is going to who do you think is the killer?
I think the sun is petty. I'll bet you it's the sun. Could be a combo too. Could be the sun and Mazunda guy, but alright, let's investigate this. Refreshed.
I really wish you could be able to hear the in-game music of Criminal Plays. It's not possible because you got copyright.
Yeah, I barely use Facebook anymore. I have 20,000 energy, but it's literally because Joe helped me add like 1 million friends that all play this game. So I literally just have this. I just have this account to play the game.
Nice.
Yeah. Even my real one, like with my family and stuff, I haven't logged into that one in like months. I usually just talk to them or
getting better.
we catch up. I catch up with them on Instagram as such, but honestly, at this point I just call them just to say hi.
Calling better than Instagram.
Yep. So I don't know. I was doing that kind of before the quarantine, but now with the quarantine, it's like, just spend like 5-10 minutes to say hi to family rather than have to post 1 million pictures and stuff.
I mean, it's easier that way for you at least because you are short of time. But for others, it might seem a bit rude. I don't know if they think of it like that.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I just need 5 more stars.
Oh, Reina, your sunsets are beautiful. Please, like, share some photos on the Discord server. That would be nice.
I believe the Discord stuff, I think that's in the description. If it's working, I'm pretty sure it is.
It should be.
Yeah, we know there's some mic issues, but not too horrible. They kind of come and go.
And there's just so many options for like input device and output device. You just don't know which one to choose.
Yeah. I mean, the only way that you could potentially do it is to remove your headphones, restart your computer, and when you restart your computer, it will load everything, and if the headphones aren't plugged in, it won't pick up any of those, so all of the options for your headphones or other stuff will essentially go away. So you'll only see the options that are there. That's what I had to do when I had my new setup, was to essentially figure out, to your point, which goes to which, because they'll give you a million different options. Like you have like 5 or 6 different combinations that you can do.
Too many. So your current setting is what? Both of them are on default, like the Discord one?
Yeah. So what you could do, because we still have maybe like 5-10 minutes left before we go, is see if you can unplug your headset, restart your computer, come back and join, and don't put your headset in, and see what picks up. Because there should be something that picks up, and it'll basically not pick up your headphones by doing that when you restart your computer without them in.
Alright, let's try that then.
Okay. Yep, looks like it, Joe. I think it's probably because I'm out. I was out of hints basically. But yeah, it looks like you're at a rank within my friends that I will always go to you during these streams. That is probably true, Joe. Let me call Addie again. Let's try that.
Ace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So now the problem is the laptop is busy shutting down, and I can talk to you but not see your screen.
Okay.
Just maybe my laptop's starting to reboot again. Takes. So you can probably start doing the dialogue on your own. I'll just be here.
Okay. No, and the audio sounds much better.
That's great.
I don't know. What are chat's thoughts? I feel like I don't hear any feedback. Or again, as of yet, it always seems to kick in a little bit later, but this just seems a lot clearer. And when you get your
That's the
yeah, just let me know when your video pops on because it doesn't allow me to pop out the picture until you show video. So once your computer gets up and running, then let me know.
Sure.
Are you on your phone right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I was gonna
This
say.
seems to be fine.
So we can make sure that so we know that it's okay. There you go. You're back. Pop out. Let's see. Let me get this thing back over here. Oh, you're on your phone. It's actually not. It's actually not bad. You know, quality and everything.
It's not bad at all. Like,
I'm kind of shocked that it's not that bad at all. I was expecting it to not be great.
the wonders of mobile phone.
Yep. So let me.
Okay, now I'm just like trying to get my laptop to work so that I get your.
Okay. Well, honestly, we can probably even just do this. If you can at least see the stream.
You could share your screen on Discord. Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that. Let me go to. Let me just try and get the last of this. Let's see if I can share my screen.
But if that works, then that's going to be great.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can.
Oh wow. And there's probably no delay for you too.
It's, yeah, you just move your cursor around a bit and I'll tell you where the cursor is. Okay, so it's moving. It's currently at party, like it's at party. It's staying at party. It's at the Y, and it's like
Yep.
it's 1690.
Yep. You're only a couple seconds behind, so this is actually a much better setup to do. Awesome. So let's continue on to chapter 3. It should be a lot better. So let me actually turn up your volume a little bit for myself because now there's no feedback. All right, market set. All right, folks, but you can see date. We are back. Let's head on to chapter number 3. Or blah blah blah.
Ace, we've got.
Yeah.
Hi, Commissioner. We thought you'd gone home.
Your loveliness goes on and on, Marguerite. Yes, it does.
Are you drunk?
Oh, not at all, my dearish. Ace, why are there 2 of you?
Okay, sir. You definitely 3 sheets to the wind, and then.
Ace.
Ace, we can't leave the High Commissioner in this state. I'm gonna have to call his son to come and pick him up. And we're running out of time to catch Marguerite D'Anjou's killer, so we better make another sweep of the garden party.
Oh, that's fantastic artwork. I remember I put one of those artworks on YouTube, and they didn't put a strike against me, but it was like the first copyright I got, or like they just did not like it. I think it was the one with the stitched mouth. I got lots of views. People really clicked on the video, but YouTube did not like it. It was not advertiser friendly.
Yeah, I know the stitched one that you're talking about. It's in Grimsboro, right?
Yeah. There's a broken plate. There's the video camera, and then where's the lighter? Can we find
Yeah, there was that girl in the forest. She had her lips and eyes.
And this should get me a star, so we should be able to go right to the additional investigation. I think I did that fast enough, and I did. Perfect.
I finally managed to coax the High Commissioner into the Chief's car. I hope he's gonna be okay. As for our investigation, I see you found one of the party guests' camcorders. We should unlock it. And we have a letter addressed to our victim, but the rest of the writing is all blurry. I'll grab your dusting. This broken plate could also be a clue, I agree. We need to glue it back to. Ace, you saw the state of the High Commissioner. The only thing we can do to help him is to find his former lover's killer's stack.
This is true. So what does chat think? I think that this is a much better setup. There's no delay, really. The audio is a lot better. I think
this is amazing.
Took us a couple chapters, but I think that this is definitely the way to go moving forward.
I'm so happy we found the correct solution. It was getting on my nerves. Like, how do I change? So
Yeah, we'll see what chat thinks, because chat's actually at this point a little bit further behind than you are. So.
Feels so superior, right? I'm ahead of chat. Yeah, I'm actually like caught up with you. Anyway, Ace, now you've unlocked the camcorder. Let's ask Emil to check it for any footage relating. Okay, what's that going to show? I mean, with this setup, I can't see your webcam and I can't see chat. But honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, when you'll be making your goofy expressions, I won't be able to see that, but still.
Let's see. So this is.
Okay, so it's Eleonora.
Commemoration. So somebody destroyed this. 15 wasted years. That probably doesn't make her too happy.
Oh God. All right, Ace. Let's see what's written on the plate you put back together. It says to Eleonora from Marguerite, commemorating 15 wasted years. So this plate was a present from our victim to Eleonora Macaron to celebrate time being wasted. That sounds super weird, I agree. We need to find out more from Eleanor.
Yep.
I guess they were like best friends. They came up and they were like super frenemies and whatever.
Could have definitely been frenemies. That sounds pretty petty.
Okay, what is that?
Here's the greatest displeasure.
Oh, I thought that was French for a moment. I need to get close to my to really see it. Ace, this is a resignation letter to our victim from Cedric Duchateau. He writes, "It is with the greatest of displeasure that I submit my resignation as sommelier for the inimitable estate of Chateau Pompette. Yours indignantly, Monsieur Cedric Chateau, Esquire." With words like displeasure and indignantly, it doesn't sound like Duchateau was leaving on good terms. We'd better ask him what happened. No, actually, I can be Cedric this time because I'm not that far behind.
Yeah, no, you can definitely be, and already you do the French like pronunciations the way it should be.
Darlings, fun fact, if you throw some sexy beasts into your Pompette champers, you get double the buzz. Okay, but listen, we need to talk about this plate Marguerite d'Anjou had gifted you. What did she mean by 15 wasted years? What she really meant was 15 years of showing her prejudice. You see, my dad's been sending me to Marguerite for lessons on etiquette since I was 10. Which is when the beastly woman first started mocking me for my common origin and never stopped. It affected me so much that I even stopped going to the tennis club for a while simply because I was ashamed for my lack of blood. Nowadays, I don't give a hoot about my roots, but Marguerite clearly still loved to humiliate me, telling me it would be impossible to teach me sophistication, no matter how many etiquette lessons. But she's headless and I'm still alive, so who's laughing?
That's not what you want to tell investigators. Oh, let me go back.
Sorry.
No worries. Hey, guess what? I got myself a date with one of the girls I've been chatting to online. She's a tech geek like me and everything.
Oh, that's great, Emil, but we'll have to talk about it later. For now, can you tell us what you found on the camcorder from our victim's party?
Oh, sorry. I almost did an Enzo there, launching into romantic fantasies when there's work to be done. The footage showed most people having a pleasant time at the garden party. But then the piece was shattered by an altercation between your victim and a member of her staff. Take a look for yourself.
Oh no. Must we really go through this again? But madame, you really have no idea what you're missing. Amandine, I'm telling you for the last time to leave me the heck alone. Just you wait, madame. I'll get my way in.
Something tells me there might have been an affair or something there.
Oh wow, I wonder what made Mrs. Danjou so mad with her chef.
Yeah, and what did your suspect mean by saying she'd get her way in the end?
There's only one way to find out, and that's to demand some answers from Amandine Brioche herself. Come on, eh? Yeah, let's go ask. She's going to tell us the truth this time because this is chapter 3.
Yep.
Okay, Cédric Duchâteau. Monsieur Duchâteau, when we last spoke, you seemed pretty happy working at Chateau Pompette. So what's with this letter of resignation? I was extremely happy working here until Madame Danjou insulted me in the most unforgivable manner. Madame Danjou insulted you? How so? Secret Agent Ace, my skills as a sommelier are priceless, and yet the infuriating woman thought it correct to disrespect me by cutting my salary. Said I was costing her too much. That's not what I expected. What's more, I have a penchant for the finer things in life, but this horrific decrease in earnings, I barely have money to buy the necessity. My sexy beast pillules. But when I pleaded my case to Madame Danjou, she did not care a fig and told me I could leave if I was not happy with it. Oh la la, I hope I find another job quickly. I don't want to have to go back to my job. Another reference to conspiracy.
Yep.
I mean, that's why he left, because of the murder that was happening. Like, his boss, Christian's mother, got murdered, and he was like, I'm out of this.
Yeah. And then he goes here and it happens.
Yeah, and he's back here and he's causing trouble. Anyway, Secret Agent Ace, won't you try some of my intensely dark gâteau au chocolat? Making dessert is my greatest comfort when things go wrong.
I'll eat it.
I would. Then you must have baked up a storm after your argument with Madame Danjou at the... How did you find out about that? Look, if there's one thing I like more than cooking, it's making sweet love. I'd even take the aphrodisiac pills to increase my already substantial libido. And as you can imagine, with a face and body like mine, great success gaining lovers, both male and...
Yep.
But the one person who absolutely refused to succumb to my charms was Marguerite Donge. It drove me. And I'm afraid to say that my incessant efforts led the Madame to lash out at me at the party. Well, Mrs. Brioche, Miss Brioche, let's hope we don't find out that you lashed out in return by killing your Madame.
Yep. I had a feeling that they weren't lovers, but she was trying to be lovers.
They're just jealous of each other. Well, Ace, turns out a lot of people had beef with the newly headless Madame Marguerite Donjou. Her sommelier felt highly insulted when she decided to pay, while her head chef couldn't accept that she didn't want to go to bed. As for Eleonora Macaron, our victim has been mocking her lack of noble roots ever since she was a child. Not surprised that she's mad about it. You're right, we just need a couple more clues to decide which of our suspects was actually driven by temptation. And since we know that the killer was in the castle kitchen, maybe we'll find our answer there. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I think, say, all the... I don't want it to be him because I'm in more case. I can actually help you with the item finding as well, not that you need any help. The ham is on the top.
Thank you. Pill packet. That's me. A crate of wild game. Okay, so that's over there. So we got everything.
The pills again. Okay.
Those are going to be the pills that the murderer takes.
Ace, those are sexy beast pills, which you know the killer takes. Let's get a sample of that brown glue on. And this crate of wild game also almost makes me want to turn vegetarian. Let's pick through it fast.
Yeah, I'd never go vegetarian. Nope, I like meat way too much.
Well, that's funny because I was vegetarian 10 years into my life, but then suddenly I was introduced to meat and eggs in particular, and everything just changed.
Yeah, no, I can't get. I mean, because I love fish and I love chicken and stuff like that. I can't imagine not having meat. But yeah, if you couldn't have eggs, I mean, I love eggs for like on everything.
I can understand that now. So there's beef, ham, pork, you eat everything.
Yeah.
The dead animals were hiding this bloody meat cleaver, Ace. It doesn't look like it's been used on the game, but it's definitely sharp enough to hack off someone's head. There's only one way to find out if these cleavers are murder weapons. Send it to Enzo. Ah, I would have thought.
Alright, let's get the sexy pills. Or sexy beast, sorry, sexy beast pills.
Sexy beast pills. You have to be specific, Ace.
Yes.
You don't want to offend anyone.
No. Especially on a fictitious item. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Brown substance. As always, it's brown again. We need to get this brown substance from the aphrodisiac pill packet straight to Enzo, Ace.
Let's do it. Let's figure out what these last two clues are.
Brown substance.
Ace, I know you're short on time in your investigation, so I'll get straight to the point. First off, that brown substance you sent me from the pill packet has traces of Pompette champagne in it.
Which confirms that the pills belong to our killer.
Everybody drinks champagne. They should have no bearing on this. But anyways, I'll go with it. Exactament. And secondly, the brown substance was a balm to appease chins and necks irritated by stubble. Ah, so it is her son.
And it's pronounced exactement, but you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope that the killer's personality won't be as quickly as their face when we arrest them.
Yep.
So he has stubble, so it's still.
So it's either the sommelier or her son. Sommelier or her son, I believe. Because I think the sommelier has it. Carrie, when will you finally go on a date with me? Whoa.
Haven't you already had your hands full flirting with Lola Jumovier?
My bad. You'll soon realize that I'm very good at multitasking. See, I even had time to analyze the meat cleaver you sent me.
Well, that's something at least. Was the blood on it your victim?
It was indeed, which means your killer used this very implement to decapitate your victim once you found your murder weapon. That was just blood left on the cleaver. I also found minuscule fibers, which upon further examination turned out to be quality Chantilly lace. Since your victim wasn't wearing any lace, it had to have come from your killer.
Okay, it's the son. Our lace-adorned killer may be sartorially elegant, but that won't win them any favors in the courtroom.
Yep. Once I heard she was cutting him out, I was like, he killed her.
Right, Ace, we've now amassed enough evidence to arrest the person who hacked off Marguerite d'Anjou's head with a meat cleaver. Let's go.
Yep, never get in between a rich, spoiled brat and their money. Too many times that's been the case. Yep, it is you, buddy.
One of the don'ts of life.
All right, how many years? I'm actually going to think it's like 25, but it depends on, I'm going to adjust that based on how remorseful he is. It always depends on how remorseful they are.
I mean, I feel like the new judge, Clementine, has been quite strict, and
Yeah.
he decapitated her. He knew he was doing it, so I would
Yeah.
actually say above 30.
Okay.
Louis d'Anjou, how could you murder your own mother, and in such a violent manner, no?
Goodness me, it would be impossible for me to even dream of beheading my own flesh and blood, especially after what happened to my ancestor in the French Revolution.
Enough of your history lessons, Monsieur d'Anjou. Now, we found your tennis club handkerchief, the very one you used to knock your mother out with chloroform. You then proceeded to cut off her head using a meat cleaver from the kitchen. But that wasn't enough, because you then went back to the kitchen and unceremoniously dumped the head in a sack of vegetables.
Well, in retrospect, it was disrespectful to my dearest maman, I must admit.
In retrospect? So you admit you killed her?
Well, I'm afraid so. I had to. You see, I wasn't lying when I said we had no money left in our coffers, which is why I came up with the brilliant idea to turn Chateau Pompey into a luxury bed and breakfast. You've seen my castle. People would sell their grandmother to experience the exquisite life of a noble, even for one night. But my mother wasn't
for
having.
the will.
Yeah, but my mother wasn't having any of it. She was too proud. Said there was no way she'd allow common riffraff into her home. But I could see no other way to prevent my esteemed family from going under, nor for me to continue to living the lifestyle which I was accustomed, which is why it was time for my poor maman to go.
All right, Monsieur d'Anjou, but the one thing I don't understand is why you had to kill her in such a grotesque way.
Well, for the pure theatrics of it, of course. Also, I was sure that dispensing of her head in the kitchen would make you pin the murder on our sultry cook.
Then, well, I'm afraid your plan didn't work, Louis d'Anjou. You're under.
I think you're right. Actually, I'm actually going to go higher. I'm going to get 45. I think I'm going to go all the way up to 45 with this.
I wouldn't do that, but all right. Louis d'Anjou, you stand trial for the murder of your mother, Marguerite. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor, but I did it for the survival of the d'Anjou dynasty.
You committed matricide to protect your dynasty? That makes absolutely no sense.
With Maman refusing to return our chateau into bed and breakfast, we would have become destitute. I couldn't bear to see myself and my future progeny end up in the gutter like you commoners. And he called her a commoner. Perfect.
So, Monsieur d'Anjou, you're not only a killer, but also a snob to boot.
Yeah.
For your heinous and violent murder of your own mother, I sentence you to life in prison.
Told you. I mean, I was wrong in 45, because that's not technically life. I should have gone life. I forgot that that's an option. But basically, the fact that he's a snob, he would have no remorse. But it would have. You're right. It would have probably been 30 to 45 years if he didn't call her a snob. But once you call a judge a snob who carries your sentencing, bad idea. Really bad idea. That would be like if someone's pointing. It's like if somebody's pointing a gun to you, or has you held up, or is about to inflict pain on you, and you call them a name. It's like that's not what you do.
Like, what is his way of thinking? So dumb. Like, even for a spoiled child or who's entitled to everything, it's like
He's never been disciplined. That's the thing. He's never been disciplined. It happens all the time. Monjou, a dirty prison. I prefer the guillotine. Oh my
that
goodness.
you would. And I don't think Clementine would be underdoing that.
Yeah.
Ace, a beheading and matricide in the same case? Who'd have thought of it? It just goes to show that people will do anything for money, including so-called blue bloods like Louis d'Anjou. I hope the High Commissioner will feel a bit better now that we've put his former lover's killer behind bars. And now that we've solved the murder, we can turn our attention back to why we went to the Chateau Bombette in the first place. To find my brother, that's right.
If we don't find her brother in this case, like in this district, we're going to be spending the whole time finding her brother. And that's what I don't necessarily know. But because we grabbed that star, we can go right on to the digital investigation.
Ace, now that our investigation into Marguerite d'Anjou's murder is done and dusted, we can turn our attention back to Eleonora Macaron. As Antoine Macaron's daughter, she's our best bet at figuring out my missing brother's whereabouts. Since partying with Eleonora was bungled up by the murder, the only thing we can do now is head back to Chateau Pompet and see if we can find anything useful relating to it.
Carrie, I've always wanted to see this beautiful chateau. Would you mind if I go there with Ace instead of you?
Sure, Hugo, it'll give me time to write up my report on the donjon. Just make sure to update me on your...
And Ace, speaking of Marguerite, could you join me and my son in his office when you have a minute?
Hi, Commissioner. Good to have you back with us.
All right, Ace, we'll head to Chateau Pompeo once you've spoken to Jean-Philippe.
So, Ace, quiz time. Do you remember Carrie's brother's name?
It doesn't matter.
So, I should have said that.
What does she think his name is?
Cody.
Okay, because I guarantee you, we will meet him somewhere in this season, and his name will not be Cody.
Well, you think he's going to be a fake or something? Like he's
I
not
think
going to be
he will have assumed.
impersonating.
I think he will. She hasn't seen him in a really long time. My guess is he will have changed his appearance, and no one will know, and he will change his name, and she will not recognize him. That is my guess.
That
Hey,
is
so
so sad.
I wanted to apologize to you and Gauthier for my drunken shenanigans at Chateau Pompey earlier today. It was highly unprofessional. But Papa, you just seen a woman you once loved murdered in the most horrific manner. Becoming inebriated was completely understandable. Well, it means a lot to hear that, especially from a stickler for rules such as you, my son. And I say that with the greatest affection. Ace, I know you already helped me with a great deal, but I'm afraid I must trouble you for one more personal favor. You see, when Marguerite and I were an item, I gifted her a watch engraved with our initials. It would mean the world to me if I could have it to remember her by. Pretty certain the watch will still be somewhere in her bedroom at the chateau, but I can't bear to go back in there after what happened. You can count on us, Papa. Ace, lead the way to Marguerite's bedroom. I'll pay for a taxi since my police car is being serviced. 20 grand for a taxi. Did you buy the taxi? He bought the taxi. That's what happened. We didn't pay for a ride. We bought the taxi with that.
Well, we bought it. No, we didn't even buy it. We rented it. The rent costs that.
That's some crazy inflation for that. Oh.
Alright, so there's rainbow guitar.
Yeah, and this
Come on, there's pandies in the crime scene as well. Like they've really taken a turn in this season.
There's the faded newspaper, and then obviously saxophones over there. Celebs in the wild.
Faded newspaper.
Look, Ace, Eleonora's mentioned the Celebs in the Wild Night newspaper column. I know this section. It shows photos of famous people who were spotted out and about in Paris. The story's all faded, but I'm sure you can work wonders with your dusted kid, Ace. Oh, is she going to be out and about with a commoner?
A commoner. I don't know actually. We've not seen her like her love interest, right? So.
Let's see. An unnamed man.
An unnamed man at the Chore fashion show.
I wonder who this unnamed man is.
At the fashion show rehearsal. Actually, I don't know who the unnamed man would be. Oh no, if it's Carrie's brother, that would be horrifying.
So the article says that Eleonora was at the dress rehearsal for the Chior fashion show that's taking place tomorrow. Figures that a girl of that sass is allowed behind the scenes of such an inclusive event, but she's with some fellow that we can't see his face. Good idea, Ace. We should see if Emil's technological expertise is able to discern anything from this photograph.
Oh yeah, I guess from a photograph.
Yep.
Man, I'm excited to see how this plays out. Because there's the Macaron's daughter, and there's Carrie's brother, and there's also like Emil's dating app still. So let's see how
Yeah.
that goes. But there was one complaint that I had from the team. It was lacking a member. Like, because there's always a historian. Like there was Penelope and uh, Orlando in Travel and Time. There was
Yep.
DuPont, Armand in World Edition, but this time there isn't. It's
I'm
kind of
wondering if they did that so that they could have more story arcs with other people. I don't know. Maybe they were like, hey, maybe let's have one less character so we can really focus on developing these characters rather than splitting it off. We'll see. Ace's glass bowl looks replete with Marguerite d'Anjou's trinkets. Let's see if the watch my father gave her is in there too.
Alright. By our luck, it's going to be in there.
What's up, Emil?
There's Emil's technology, and then Nadia and Enzo are in the lab, and there's the two Delacroix. The son actually might be a bit of a historian, maybe.
Maybe. Ace, your latest challenge really tested my hacking skills. Oh, we? Tell us more, Emil. Well, examining the photo revealed nothing. I thought that I'd try to access the security cameras at the Grand Palais where the Chior dress rehearsal was taking place, and thanks to the footage, I managed to do an identity check on the man Eleonora Macaron was taking in the photo. His name is Charlie Jones. Here, look at this picture. Mon Dieu, Ace, do you see what I see? This Charlie Jones is exactly what I was thinking. To our Bella, Carrie. Could he be our long-lost brother? Ace, we need to talk to Carrie about this. Toot sweet.
Come on, why did we have to find him out like this? So obvious, but still. Control your storyline. I would actually have preferred if he was criminal or dead.
He still may be a
Instead,
criminal.
he's off.
He still may be a criminal. You may not know. Again, he was found there. Macaron has a lot of play in a lot of places because he's rich. Ooh, this is a nice watch.
I mean, this brother-sister relationship is like Jonah and Lily, maybe, back in World Edition.
This watch from the glass bowl has the M plus JP engraved on it. It's got to be the one my father gifted to Marguerite d'Anjou. But trust, the face is totally smashed and it's not working. Ace, we can't possibly give my father a broken watch. It might tip him over the edge in his current sensitive state. I know Enzo loves tinkering with watches. We should go see if he can fix it up.
NJP, who's that? Wait, isn't that the Russian thing back in World Edition? There was a Russian.
No, JP is going to be his
Secret
initials. His name's Jean-Philippe. Ace, did I ever tell you that my grandfather was a famous watchmaker? We go visit him in Switzerland every Christmas. He's the reason I'm obsessed with watches today. The one you sent me was a particularly stunning timepiece. Please tell us you're able to fix it. Well, it was just a simple question of replacing the sapphire glass on the face, tweaking the balance spring, and tightening the bezel. And the watch was as good as new. I haven't a clue what bezels and balance springs are, but this is excellent work. Merci, Enzo. Ace, my father's going to be delighted when we hand him Marguerite's watch. Let's go.
Let's go.
And someone in chat actually mentioned something interesting. They said that Cody Jones is CJ initials, and this guy that Carrie did, it's the same C and J. So, oh, that's you.
That's fine. Hey Ace, did you have any luck looking into Eleonora Macaron? Find anything on my brother?
Well, we did discover that Eleanor was at the Chior fashion show dress rehearsal at the Grand Palais recently, talking to an individual called Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones doesn't sound very French.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, we found a clear image of him in our database, and well, here he is.
Wait, but no. This is my brother Cody.
Yep. We also saw his resemblance to you, but we couldn't be sure.
I'm in no doubt this is definitely Cody. He even has the same mole under his right eye. I can't believe it. My brother's all grown up and alive and well.
I cannot imagine what he must be feeling right now, Carrie. All I can say is that surely Eleanor saw Cody's resemblance to you when she met you. Did she deliberately keep a secret?
There's only one way to find out, and that's to ask Eleonora herself. Come on, Ace.
Oh snap. Oh snap. Oh, he better not be the last victim.
He better not be present with her. I mean, that would make things worse.
Yep. Oh, you know what? Let me go
Like
to.
they're just
Let me
kissing
finish off.
together, and a break comes in between, and she's like, "What's going on?"
Yep.
Eleonora, we want to talk to you about Charlie John. Charlie the American? The guy who works for my dad? What about him? Don't you think he looks a lot like... Come to think of it, I do. And you're American too. How funny. You guys aren't related, are you? Actually, we think he might be my long-lost brother Cody, who ran away when he was 15. What? That's crazy. Eleonora, could you put me in touch with Cody? As you can imagine, I'm dying to see. I wish I could help you, but I don't have his contact details. Okay. As I said, he's just one of many of my dad's lackeys, and I don't get involved in his business. Anyway, it was fun chatting, but I'm late for my blow dry, and if I'm not on time, my hairdresser gives me the most contemptuous eye. À plus, les amis.
Eye roll.
Contemptuous eye roll.
And the chat's also talking about the fact that they had his name was Charlie Jones in reference to David Jones. Hey, Papa.
No, I don't think they're related, but still.
Not related, but they use the same name. Papa, we found the watch you gave to Marguerite d'Anjou. How wonderful. It looks as pristine as the dad gifted it to her. I can't thank you both enough. Now, I think you've worked hard enough and deserve to have some fun. I'm not sure. I'm still feeling a tad heavy-handed from sampling one of Enzo's cocktails at last night's party. I ate 6 of those plus the wine today, and I feel just fine. Anywho, it's such a lovely day that I was thinking, wouldn't it be marvelous to have a little picnic down by the river at Chateau Pompey? Ace, you say you saw a picnic basket in the chateau kitchen. Well, I'm sure Marguerite would want us to enjoy it. So I'll collect the basket and I'll pick us up some pastries on the way for extra joie de vivre. What's that?
Extra joie de vivre.
Okay, there we go. That's how it's supposed to be said by a non-American.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't be saying non-American, just someone that doesn't know French.
But I'm not from France or any part of Europe.
I know. I know. So the fact that you're able to do it so well is like, you know, I can't play the American excuse, unfortunately.
Yes, it just turns out that I have better linguistic skills than you, but that doesn't matter for much, Ace. There's lots of things that you are better at than I am, so...
Yeah, linguistics are never my skill set, that's for sure. I mean, I talk for my job, but I don't have to pronounce things correctly. Like, I don't have to speak other languages yet. At least not in my current job.
I mean, you're the boss man, right? So nobody gets to like question your authority or anything.
I'm not the boss. I have many bosses above me, but I do lead some projects. So I do, but I consider everyone on my same level. So, but anyways, this looks like a picnic basket. All right, let's open it, Ace. I don't like structure. It's more about experience.
We're going to find Cody's head inside that basket. Watch.
Oh, that would be rough.
That would be such a plot twist, and I know it's not going to happen, but it's probably going to contain like his wallet or his passport or something.
Oh, that could be. But well, my guess is with this situation is again, if he doesn't end up dead in the last case of this district, there's a plus there. Because I think this is just a picnic. Yeah.
That's just how our mind has gotten through
Yeah.
the case continuously.
Well, this basket's wonderfully fancy. It's going to be perfect for our picnic. Let's go, Ace. Remind me to thank the Chateau chef, Ace, because these cucumber sandwiches from our basket are simply delectable. I, for one, love the financiers. I'm afraid I may have eaten them all. Ah, son, it's good to see you enjoying yourself, and I'm happy we've had this time to spend together, and with you too, Ace. This picnic's also helped me forget about the death of Marguerite, if only for a little while. Thanks to both of you. And
Oh, it's
Ace.
only with the two Delacroix. It wasn't the whole team. Oh.
Yeah, I know. It was just father-son bonding moment, and we were just the third wheel. Ace, I must say, I'm really happy to have helped my father find closure for his former lover's death. Also, we haven't spent much time together in an eternity. It felt nice to bond with him over such a charming picnic. Speaking of family, I heard you found news about your missing brother, Carrie.
Yes, I finally know what he looks like as an adult. It was as if I was looking in a mirror. Not really, but we also now know that he has a pseudonym, Charlie Jones, and that he works for Antoine Macaron as suspect. We spotted Eleonora Macaron talking to Cody, but she claims not to know him very well. I'm not sure if I believe.
I agree, and I think there's more to their supposed acquaintance than meets the eye. As Alora and Cody were seen at the dress rehearsal for tomorrow's Chior fashion show at the Grand Palais, I think they're very likely to be attending the real event, which means we need to attend it too. Ace, get ready to hit the front row of the fashion event of the year. Boom.
There's going to be so many posh people there, you might need my help again.
Definitely.
Like the women speaking French all the time, even the men.
Yep. And that does not look like him, thank goodness. He's got blonde hair.
I can't zoom in on my phone, so I see a lot of black.
Yep. Let's see. All right, and again, my guess is that this is going to be the 6th. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for joining, Addie. And next time when we meet, I will be a year older. So that's nice.
That's right. I forgot.
Yep, my birthday's next Wednesday. So.
Oh, that's great.
I will be 32, I think. Yes, I'll be 32. So.
Having to remember your age is quite something, but alright.
I'm almost mid-30s. Almost. I got like a year or two and then I'll be mid-30s. I'm still early 30s at this point. Anyways, thanks, Addie, for this. We'll see you guys all later. Over and out.